At different times, certain players have dominated world football, and one can easily say they have influenced the game in their own way. While some players were simply the best in their generation, there are those that would have dominated the game regardless of what generation they played in. In this video are the top 10 best players of all time. Starting at number 10. Number 10. Michel Platini. 9 out of every 10 French football fans consider Zinedine Zidane to be the best football player to come out of France. He is closely followed by Michel Platini, who was France's best player before Zidane came on the scene. Platini was not just an amazing player. The rise of the French national football team is often attributed to him. Although popular for what he did for the French national team, Platini was not just great for his country, he was also great for his club. He was known to step up to the challenge when needed the most and had a reputation for scoring crucial goals. As an active player, Michel Platini won lots of awards. Some of them are 3 Ballon d'Or titles which he won in 1983, 1984, and 1985. These titles came at the same time he led the French national team to European glory in 1984. The football world might know Platini for helping France win the European Championship and scoring 9 goals in 5 matches. However, beyond these obvious achievements, Platini was a player that used his head always, and every French kid that watched him play just wanted to be like him. Number 9. Alfredo Di Stefano. Cristiano Ronaldo might be considered Madrid's greatest player of this generation. However, Alfredo Di Stefano is Real Madrid's best player of all time. He was an amazing playmaker and a great attacker. As much as being able to do well in midfield and attack positions made him stand out from lots of players, both in his days and after him, the Argentine was also very good defensively. Many football greats consider him a perfect footballer, and he could have been higher up this list. However, he was never at the World Cup. Di Stefano's career lasted 2 decades, and in this period, he was one of the best in the game. His seemingly unending form was responsible for Madrid's dominance of European football in the 1950s. In 396 appearances for Madrid, Alfredo Di Stefano scored 307 goals. In addition to the goals, he won 15 significant titles with Real Madrid. 5 of these titles were European Championships, which he won 5 consecutive times. The Argentine did not just win 5 consecutive European Championships, he also scored in 5 of these finals. Number 8. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was on the scene for a very short time. However, in the short time he reigned, he was virtually unplayable. Although close to the bottom of the best players of all time, the Brazilian wizard is perhaps the most creative player to have graced the game. After starting his career in Brazil, Ronaldinho moved to Europe where he joined PSG. Although he showed glimpses of what he was capable of at PSG, he truly became a global superstar at Barcelona. While playing for Barcelona, Ronaldinho won 2 Ballon d'Ors, 1 Champions League trophy, and a couple of Spanish championships. As much as the Brazilian is best remembered for his time at Barcelona, he also did well for the Brazilian national team and won the World Cup in 2002 as a young player. Ronaldinho could have had a more successful career, however, he battled indiscipline and this cut down his days as the best in the world. Number 7. Ronaldo Nazario. Ronaldo Nazario could have been the best player to come out of Brazil. However, injuries had the better of him. Nonetheless, injuries did not stop him from becoming one of the best in the world. Ronaldo Nazario played for AC Milan, Inter Milan, Barcelona, and Real Madrid. This gives an impression of what a fine player he was. Ronaldo was only 17 years old when he came on the scene, and 2 years later, he was officially the best player in the world. The Brazilian, who began his career at Cruzeiro in Brazil, is the youngest recipient of the prestigious Ballon d'Or, which he won in 1997 and 2002. Ronaldo Nazario even made a bigger mark with his country. His best moments were undoubtedly at the 1998 and 2002 World Cups. Number 6. Johan Cruyff. The football world has seen several brilliant players come and go. The many talented players that have graced world football have had different levels of impact. However, no one has been able to impact the game of football on the level of Johan Cruyff. Cruyff was not just an exceptional player, he had his own style and even influenced the team he played in with his style. Football was nothing like what it is today before Cruyff stepped on the scene. However, while reigning as one of the best in his time, he made football look like art. If you enjoy the brand of football played by Barcelona, then you have to give the Dutch player lots of accolades as he started everything. Cruyff had a phenomenal career and his exceptionalism helped him win 3 Ballon d'Or titles. In addition to personal titles, Cruyff played a great role in Ajax's dominance of their domestic league and European football. At club level, one could say Cruyff had it all. However, he was unable to win the World Cup. Number 5. Zinedine Zidane. The fundamentals of football are passing and ball control, and Zidane was a master at them. With these skills, he was able to control the midfield regardless of who he was playing against. Zidane was successful at the national and club level. However, he was not truly considered a world-class player until after the 1998 World Cup. He did not only win this World Cup, he scored 2 goals in the final and won the Ballon d'Or that same year. Zidane is considered a hero in his country as he was very instrumental in them winning their first World Cup. In addition to this, he helped his team win Euro 2000. In this tournament, he was awarded the Player of the Tournament. Zidane was a big game player. He proved this at national and club level. His biggest moment for his club came in the 2001-2 Champions League final, in which he scored an unbelievable volley to help Madrid defeat Bayer Leverkusen. Number 4. Cristiano Ronaldo. There might be an argument of who the better player is between Ronaldo and Messi. However, Ronaldo is unarguably the best goal scorer on the planet. Ronaldo began his professional career at Sporting CP, but he only became a globally recognized player after Sir Alex Ferguson discovered him. At Manchester United, Ronaldo won his first Ballon d'Or and Champions League trophy. Although the Portuguese winger is no doubt very talented, he is this high on our list because of his determination to always be ahead of his peers. Although CR7 became a major force in football while at Manchester United, he became one of the greatest of all time at Real Madrid, where he won 4 Champions League trophies. 3 of them were consecutive. CR7 is a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner and has scored more goals than any other footballer. Although the player's career is not what it used to be, having won the domestic leagues in England, Italy, and Spain, he will always be one of the best of all time. Number 3. Lionel Messi. No player has ever been bigger than a club. This is something we have seen over and over again. However, one player that once rose to the point of being considered bigger than a club is Lionel Messi. He is just a break from the norm, and the fact that he has 7 Ballon d'Ors is proof of this. The world first got to know who Messi is after he took part in the 2005 Under-20 World Cup. He quickly went from being the best player in that Youth World Cup to becoming one of the most important players in a star-studded Barcelona team. Messi first started shining under Frank Rijkaard. However, he grew into his true potential after the departure of Ronaldinho and under the tutelage of Pep Guardiola. For a long time, Messi shone brightly for Barcelona. However, he struggled when playing for Argentina. Well, after struggling for several years, he ended up winning the Copa America and then the World Cup in 2022. Number 2. Diego Maradona. Diego Maradona proved to the world how important a player he was in the 1986 World Cup, where he dismantled the English defense. The Argentine magician was very cunning and was simply unstoppable. Although he was flesh and blood like other players on the pitch, the things he did with the ball made him seem immortal. Diego was not exactly interested in fair play. He simply wanted to win, and he did everything possible to make this happen. He even went to the extent of knocking the ball into the net with his hand. Lots of people only associated Maradona's success with Argentina. However, he was not just successful with Argentina, he was also successful at club level. Maradona was only able to win the Supercopa España and Copa del Rey at Barcelona. Nonetheless, his performances were amazing. After getting into trouble at Barcelona, Maradona joined Napoli. He helped the struggling Italian team win 2 Serie A titles. Number 1. Pelé. Lots of the best players on the planet do not have a World Cup medal to their names. Unfortunately, Cristiano Ronaldo is one of them. But as one man, Pelé had 3 World Cup medals. He is the player with the most World Cups. Now, winning 3 World Cups shows how efficient the Brazilian was across 12 years. Although famous for winning 3 World Cups, Pelé did more than that. He won his first World Cup at 17 years and 249 days, making him the youngest player to win the World Cup. The great Pelé did not only do well for Brazil, he was also fantastic for his club Santos, where he won several trophies. While at Santos, he scored more than 600 goals. Pelé never played in Europe, so he never won any European title. This could be considered a disadvantage. However, it is exactly the opposite. He was so good, he was declared a national treasure in Brazil, so plying his trade in Europe was just impossible. So there you have it, the top 10 best players of all time. Please hit the bell button to avoid missing our other videos. Thanks for watching.